In this video, I'm going to talk about my Chewbacca costume that I made or put together. First, it started off with the mask, which is a replica Chewbacca mask that is probably one of the better ones I've seen out there. I mean, it runs a little over $500. It's from a guy on Etsy. It's called ReelTimeReplicas. Does the Chewbacca mask and the costume. The mask itself is $500, a little over $500 with shipping and stuff. Pretty good quality, well done and everything, and it actually has a movable jaw when your face is in it. I'll show you that later, where you can open your jaw and mouth opens up. Well, also I want to talk about a sound system that I put together. What I'm wearing right here is the sound system that will be what it's like. I put string on the speaker, connected the batteries, the little sound card that was all inside of this plastic mask that probably ran for around $20. Came out I think around 2015. It's an official Chewbacca plastic mask that I sliced open and actually tried to extend it so it fit on an adult's head properly, because it's made for a kid. Had a little spot for a speaker, and the neat thing about this is when you put it on and had a strap on the back, open the mouth, a little sound card would activate, which is the sound card right here, and it would actually make Chewbacca sounds, and the sounds would actually sound like this. So it's got different sounds, and what I did was I took the sound system out. The original speaker was this tiny little speaker here that really wasn't that loud, so I got a larger speaker with a nice heavy magnet on the back of it, and it had a plastic rim, and it came off of some radio or something I had. So I wound up taking everything, gutting it out and rewiring it, and then it had a little device that went to the jaw that when you open the mouth it actually activated a little tiny, real small button and made the sound. Well, I wind up going out and getting this. Is basically just a button, a handle button. I believe it's got it off of eBay for around $10, and had to do a new wiring system to extend it long enough that would go down my arm in the costume, that once I opened my mouth in the costume I could make the Chewbacca sound. Battery pack I disassembled and cut open, and then wound up attaching it to the speaker. And then the little sound card down at the bottom here. And this thing, I believe the button is designed to be wired up. It's basically like an on and off switch kind of thing, where you push it in and it activates whatever you have wired to it. So I think it was designed for like microphones or something, where you can hit the button and start speaking into a microphone or whatever. So that's what this is, and this is how this is all set up. Took the gloves. The costume is actually from Rubies. It's if you go on eBay you'll find it. It's Rubies costume. It's a high-end costume. It runs around average, I'd say $400 is average. It varies, some for more, some for less. I got really lucky that I came across one on eBay going for I think $120. It was brand new, still in the box, unopened, and got it at a great price. So I lucked out. Now the costume itself is pretty nice. It's decent and it fits with this mask and looks nice, but the mask is really big, oversized, and kind of cheesy looking, really cheesy looking. Then the gloves actually are latex gloves that came with the Rubies costume that had fur attached to the back, so I cut the fur off the rubber glove because I don't want to be wearing these big oversized rubber gloves and sweating in them and things and not have good mobility. I took work gloves and actually sewed it fur part with the latex still attached, so that way when I have it on it kind of doesn't. Plus the sleeve of the costume actually hangs down a good little bit, so you'll just see a little bit of dark of the fingers, and it gives my hand complete mobility to hold the control in my hand out of people's sight, where I can push it and open my mouth and make Chewbacca sounds. For my height, a lot of people use stilts for Chewbacca to make him look kind of authentic, because Peter Mayhew was probably about 7'2", I think, maybe 7'3", somewhere in that range, but he was pretty tall. So I'm 6'3", and stilts would probably make me a little too tall. I think the smallest stilts they have out there, they're like drywall stilts, they're about 12, 14 inches or something in that range, so it would be really tall. Plus they're a little awkward walking in them, and I've seen some people on video in suits with the stilts, and you can kind of tell they're wearing stilts. But fortunately I'm 6'3", so I went out and actually obtained these off of eBay from a company that are platform shoes. They're kind of like Kiss boots or Frankenstein boots, but basically they're around 8 inches tall heels. So you add 8 inches to my 6'3", that puts me up to about 5'11", or 6'11", and then the top of the head on the mask will add probably about another inch, so it puts me up to almost 7 foot tall. And then the boot covers that came with the costume basically slip right over top, so when you have them on, they go all the way down and kind of like this, and then you can't really tell that I'm wearing platform boots, so it gives a nice natural look of my height being pretty tall and on the thin side. And then the pants legs of the costume kind of cover down on top of this. So next I will show you what I look like wearing the costume, and then you can see the mouth open and close with me activating the little sound device for the costume, and we'll see how that goes from there. Okay, so this is me in the costume, and here's the Chewbacca mask that I'm going to put on and activate the mouth so you can see how it opens and closes with me pushing the button and making the sounds. I got my Chewbacca gloves on. You see, you can't, blends in real well. Get the strap on the back of my head. The fur hang down. Mouth open and close, as you can see. Now activate while I open and close with the sound effect, which is right here.